So in this video, I want to talk about Season 2, the chances for Chillin in another world with a level 2 super cheat powers. Now, of course, this is an anime with 12 episodes, came out April of 2024, which is this year as of uploading the video, done by JC Staff, and it is based on a light novel. One of the first things that, of course, I looked into was how much of the source material was covered. It's a little bit strange because, again, I haven't read the source material, but honestly, based on the images that I could find, it actually looks like the anime only covered 2 volumes, maybe 3. So if that's the case, yeah, it seems to be it went through the source material pretty thoroughly, but again, I wouldn't use me as an expert on that, so I would read from volume 1 anyway, especially if it's just 2 volumes. What's the harm of going through 2 volumes if you want to read from the beginning? But there is that to note. Now, there are 17 volumes that I could find. The latest one came out on March the 25th of 2024 in Japan. And the English release, volume 13, came out on March the 29th of 2024. There might be more, but yeah. It's very much, there is an ample amount of source material to work with. Even if we just said, oh, let's just say they blew it out to 4 volumes. There's ample material. The fact that they did go through it as thoroughly as I see that they have indicates to me that they wanted to make sure that this series did well, especially JC Staff behind it. So I do think there is actually a solid chance for a second season. I think there is actually a much higher chance of a second season than normal other types of series like this. How it's been done, the type of story it is quite unique in that it's not the conventional type of isekai where it's like a modern day world of like Japan transported to a fantasy world. It's kind of like fantasy world to fantasy world, just with some differences of what is in those worlds, you know? Or medieval to medieval, medieval to medieval fantasy, however you want to go about it. Again, I'm kind of being very loose on the wording there, so I'm sure someone will nitpick at it, but it's not that important. What is important is the fact that the series very much has a lot of source material, but you've also got to look at marketing and how well did it do it from a streaming platform side of things. It's not the biggest series out there. It wasn't getting as much attention, but I do think it is one of those that it did well enough in its own little niche audience. But also JC Staff can be really finicky on doing second seasons for some series. Sometimes they'll do it, sometimes they won't, and that's what kind of always concerns me with JC Staff. They're kind of all over the place. But then you also look at the fact that Moonlit Fantasy is getting a season 3 and it's done by the same studio. So it's like, that's the thing. Sometimes JC Staff will just not do a second season for a series, but then you look at like Dharmachi and all of those and they get heaps. One Punch Man season 3 is meant to be done by JC Staff. So I think there is a very good solid chance that this could get a second season. I just don't think it will get announced anytime soon. I think it could be, you know, between 6 months to potentially a couple of years. And I know that's a big window, but it's just one of those where it's like, I think if they do a second season, it will be used as a way to try and re-promote the light novels again. As new volumes come out, those sales slowly dip down. They'll throw in a second season to draw in more interest to try and pump those volumes up again. Because again, the main objective is to try and sell hard copies or digital copies of the source material, which is the light novel. Now, yes, there is a manga. Yes, there are 10 volumes and there are new volumes coming out, but that is not the main source material. So if you do want to read the manga, you can, but it isn't the main source. So again, I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you think of this anime? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Any information that maybe I've missed when it comes to what the source material covered, again, would be helpful because, again, I haven't read it, so it's hard to indicate, and I'm only going based on what I can glean online. So, again, love to know your thoughts. If you like this video, hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you beautiful nerds in the next video.